Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Prashant Kumar. Today, let us study about the problems of India and their solutions. Who don't have problems? Our country, India, got independence on 1947, August 15th. Before that, only one problem we had, that is the British. But afterwards, many problems. And let us discuss today about these problems and what are the solutions, what are the measures taken by the government, etc. Let us discuss today. Now, the problems of India and their solutions. Now, first of all, see here unemployment. As you know, the problems are many: unemployment, corruption, terrorism, discrimination, communalism, regionalism, status of women. These are all many problems we have. Let us discuss one by one. First of all, unemployment. What is unemployment? Situation where a person does not find work in accordance to his capacity or qualification. India is a highly populated country, second in the world, next to China. So unemployment is common. And here everyone can't expect the white collar job, at least self-employment they can do. But many times what happens, what capacity we have, what qualification we have, we are not getting that job. That is a situation called unemployment. So what are the causes for this? Let us discuss. First of all, overpopulation. As I told now, highly populated country, overpopulation is one of the reason for unemployment. Improved technology. Because of improved technology, for example, one JCB can replace hundreds of people. It will do the work of hundreds of people. Or one computer, it will replace many people. That's why improved technology is also responsible for unemployment. Shortage of natural resources, ruined cottage industries, because the cottage industries they can't compete with the large scale industries. That's why they destroyed, they ruined. As a result, many people, those who depend on cottage industries, lost their job. Next, lack of skill based education. Many jobs need or demands skill based people, but the problem is the lack of skill based education, because the people can't get their such education, job oriented education, etc. So that's why that make the people not to get the job. And over dependency on agriculture, over dependency of agriculture. Many people they depend on agriculture, whether they that much of people need or not, that is separate, but they depend on agriculture. These are the main causes for unemployment. Don't we have measures for this? Yes, definitely. Which are the measures? First of all, improve the skill. Just now we discussed lack of skill based education. So measure is improve the skill of the people. What type of skill we have to develop? So it should be world class skill. And by developing world class skill, people should be able to compete with the globalized production. Such skill we have to develop. That is the one first measure. Then loans and subsidy to self-employment. People, those who want to start self-employment, mainly they have the problem of finance. To solve that, they should be provided with subsidy or loans. Then it is possible to solve that problem. Many people they depend on self-employment. Many startups will start. That's why. Next one, job-oriented courses. Mainly, instead of studying simply all the subjects, etc., after SSLC, after 10th standard, with the PU, some job-oriented courses are available. Such courses should be improved, should be supported, and job-oriented courses important one. People, those who have interest in which subject, they have to take that one, they have to develop that. So like that job-oriented courses should be developed. These are some measures for the unemployment. So here, because of unemployment, poverty is another result. According to the census of 2011, 21.9% is the poverty rate in India. Anyway, only measure we can't expect from the government. We have to start. The people should show the initiation, and they have to get the benefit of the facility given by the government, and they have to start some self-employment schemes. So this is about unemployment. Next, let us move. Another problem, corruption. Very important and very big problem in the world also. In India, it's a big problem, corruption. What is corruption? Offering bribe and following any illegal means to achieve some illegal benefits. Or it can be defined as misuse of public authority for personal gains. Whatever we get, the salary, it is not enough. From the people, illegally we are taking money. By using our power, by using our authority, we are taking money to do the work from the people. It's called corruption. And here, corruption means not only taking money, many other forms are there. So which are the forms of corruption? So it's like cancer spread throughout the world. And here, forms of corruption. First, bribery, nepotism, slow down of work, not doing the work in time, caste favorism. So this person belongs to our caste, and that person is not belongs to our caste. So like that, showing discrimination and giving or doing the work for the people belongs to our caste, etc. Caste favoritism. An intentional slowdown of work. Intentionally not doing the work in time. Red tapeism, what we call. Important work, we are not doing it. Why should not we do? Because we are expecting something. We are expecting money from that person. So this is called corruption. So these are the forms of corruption. And can't we solve this? Yes, some measures we can do. Completely we can't remove that because it is from the beginning of human being it came. And we can reduce it. How it is possible? Measures to check corruption. Lokpal, Lokayukta. So it's a very important one. Lokpal and Lokayukta, they try to bring the corruption so much under control. As you know, Santosh Hegde, he did very good work as Lokayukta. And everyone afraid of this because those who are corrupt, they are afraid of this. Lokpal, Lokayukta. And in the government offices, installing CCTVs, CC cameras. By that it is possible to catch those people, those who are doing corruption. And those who are corrupt, for them, by giving harsh punishment. So it is possible. Harsh punishment, by giving harsh punishment. Many times what happens, we don't know what happened. In the news it comes, the person who was arrested for corruption and afterwards what happened, we don't know. But actually they should get harsh punishment. And increasing the number of courts and judges because number of cases are more. If we solve the cases as early as possible, if the people, those who are corrupt, get the punishment in the beginning, immediately, then it is possible to control easily. Otherwise, what happens? In the court also, many cases, the judges, they can't solve the cases in time. So what happens? It becomes delay and the corrupt people, they can't get the punishment immediately. So by increasing number of courts and judges, it is possible to solve the corruption. And by increasing the efficiency of the government work. Government work efficiency should be improved. It is possible. But whatever we say, mainly people should understand and they should be awakened. They should be educated. The people follow the rules and regulations. They are alert. It is possible to control. Only government can't do. people, if they support, definitely it is possible to solve the problem of corruption. So friends, let us move to the next topic, next problem of India, that is discrimination. What is discrimination? Unjust treatment of different categories of people on the grounds of caste, age, or sex. So treating some people on the grounds of actually some people, what they do, they show discrimination on the grounds of caste. This person belongs to that caste, this caste, etc., or age, that person aged person, this person young, etc., like that, or sex, male or female, like that. Unjust treatment, or showing unjust treatment, that is a discrimination. And yeah, discriminations are different types: caste discrimination, gender discrimination, regional discrimination. So, like the different discriminations are there. And let us see what are the measures for this. Discrimination, on the basis of caste, how they show the discrimination, facilities not giving, rights are not giving to them, etc. So, this one, that with that gender discrimination, female equality not there, they were suppressed, their feelings were not given importance, they were tortured, etc. This is a discrimination. And regional discrimination, some regions giving more importance, some regions not giving that much importance. So like this, many discriminations we can see. So let us see the measures to check this discrimination. So in that, mainly first one, caste and gender discrimination. Let us see. To solve the caste and gender discrimination, reservations can be given. Already the constitution is mentioned and the government is giving that one. Reservations to caste based reservations and gender based reservations, etc., it is there. So by giving that, little bit we can solve the problem. And right to equality and freedom in the section 3rd of the constitution. The constitution itself, constitutional provisions were given to solve the problem of discrimination. Rights to equality and rights to freedom. The section 3rd of the constitution is given. So like this, caste and gender discrimination can be solved. Regional discrimination, how to solve? And the regional discrimination, mainly in the constitutionally amendment was made to the article 371 from A to J. And by this, backward regions have been given special rights. Backward regions have been given special rights. By this, those regions can come up and develop like developed regions. And in Karnataka, especially to solve the problem of this regional discrimination, regionalism, what we say, one committee was made under the leadership of, under the presidency of D.M. Nanjundappa. So Nanjundappa committee was formed in Karnataka, which has given special report. The committee prepared a special report, and on the report of D.M. Nanjundappa committee, various measures were taken from the government. So this is about discrimination. Next, another biggest problem in India, that is communalism. From the beginning, before independence itself, it started communalism. What is communalism? Segregation in the name of religion and creating hatred, cultivating opposite self-interest, or hatredness towards the people of other religion. Like that also we can say. Hatredness towards the people of other religion, that is communalism. And actually communalism is very, very, very bad. We should think about the nation first. It is our nation. Then about our caste, about our nation, our religion, about our family, etc. Next. That broad-mindedness is necessary. We are here because of our country. We have identity because of our country. That's why we have to give importance to our country. So how this communalism is fatal to national unity? How it is a problematic hurdle to the national unity, let us see. First of all, it creates hatredness. So people of one religion, they start to hate another religion, and they start to hate this religion. So like that, it will not stop. It continues, and which creates many problems in the country and breaks unity and integrity of the nation. We are living in the same nation. We are the people of the same nation. We are the Indians, but there, for India, we are not giving importance. We are giving importance to our religion. It may be Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikh, Buddhists, Jains, whoever it may be. This break the unity and integrity of the nation. And you know, if two people are quarreling, third person will get the benefit. So like that, if we quarrel, definitely other country people, they will get benefit, and afterwards, those who quarreled here, we are the losers. Once we learned from the British, they occupied India because of the lack of unity among the Indians. And another one creates mutual suspicion and fear. When we start to hate another person, we start to suspect that person, and what happens, that person may attack on me, that person is thinking about against me, etc. Always that suspicion and fear, it will be there. So between two religions, mutual suspicion and fear is common. That should not happen, and that is problematic to the unity and integrity of the nation, and disturb the peace of the society. Always quarrel, always disturbance. Then how the development takes place? Once upon a time, India was a Vishwaguru. Again, we want to do that. We have to achieve that. How it is possible? If we are united, it is possible. So we have to work together. It should not disturb the internal peace. Internally, if we are strong, definitely we can face any problem which comes from outside. If we are not feeling well inside, for example, we are suffering from fever. If you are suffering from stomachache or headache, can we attend anything? Can we do any work? Not possible. Like that, if India internally having some problems, we can't face any problems of international problems or outside problems, whoever may create the problem on India, we can't face it. So that's why we should not disturb the peace and destroys public and private property. Because of the quarrel, our own property we destroy, leads to physical combat. See, many quarrels or many problems which creates. These are the, because of this, nation unity and integrity will hurt or destroy, break. That's why we should not do that. And how can we stop it? What are the measures to control or tackle communalism? Uniform civil code. By bringing common law, common rule, it is possible. For someone, for example, we have one religion having more facility, one religion having not getting facility, should not. For all, same rules. All the Indians, if you are Indian, for you, the same rule. For everyone, throughout India, single civil code, uniform civil code, then it is okay. It is possible to solve. Equality among the citizens. All are equal. Not some are more equal. All are equal. Whether he may be Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Jain, Parsi, Buddhist, whoever it may be, all should be equal. Equality necessary, then no problem at all. If someone getting more favor, then automatically another religion people, they will hurt and they will start to oppose that. And supporting secular values in the society, giving respect to opposite religion or other religion, opposite not there, other religion. My religion is okay, other religion not okay, we should not say. My religion is great, other religion is worst, we should not say. My religion is great. your religion also great. Like that, if we think, if we start to respect other religion, it is possible to solve the problem of communalism. Not at all a big issue that. And developing healthy national thoughts. We have to think about the development of nation, not like these silly matters. Then it is possible to solve. Economic and social equality. We have to maintain economic equality and social equality. Then it is possible to solve. All are same type. And foster the faiths of all people. We have to improve or boost up the faiths of all the people, and we have to make them to work towards the nation. It is possible to develop or solve the problem of communalism. So these are the measures to tackle communalism. Next, another problem, status of women. And actually, women in India in the ancient time or many years back, if you observe, their condition was very bad. And many people they think that women are the machines to give birth to the child, or they are the cook. They are not allowing the women to come out of the house, etc. But now it is not like that. They also having equal importance, equal opportunities. As a result, we had many great achievers. Our first women president Pratibha Patil, first women prime minister Indira Gandhi, and first women governor Sarojini Naidu, first women chief minister Sucheta Kripalani. So like that many women, Kalpana Chawla maybe, or many, they achieved so much. In every field, women are there. And very important one for the examination point of view, very important one, measures taken to improve the status of women. What are the measures taken to improve the status of women or condition of women? Let us see one by one. Women and Child Development Department, the Department of Women and Child Development. So women and child always come together because if women is developed, the child will be developed. If your mother learned, then a school will be, it is like opening a school like that. Mother is the first teacher, that's why. And providing education. Very important one, women should get education. And abolishing child marriage. It is a very bad practice. Many blind beliefs are there. So we have to abolish child marriage. Dowry system we have to prohibit. And polygamy we have to stop. And here in Karnataka, especially to develop the rural women, Stree Shakti programs started. To develop the rural condition of rural women, Stree Shakti program started. And women self-help groups. So about this in the next lesson we will study. Women self-help groups supported a lot to improve the condition of women. Establishing women's commission to improve the condition of women. And reservations in state and national legislative bodies. Reservations were given to participate in the legislative bodies of state and national legislative bodies. So like that equal importance were given, and they were ambassadors, they were the ministers, they were the chief ministers, and many other fields they are working. Yes. So this is about the status of women. Next, another problem, terrorism. What is terrorism? Fulfilling narrow end by creating panic and violence. By creating violence, they want to fulfill some narrow end or their intention, aim. So here you observed terrorism created many problems in India also, in the world. And Mumbai attack, November 26, 2007, attack on Mumbai, etc. It is a bad incident. And what are the effects of terrorism? Terrorism causes damage to men and material. It creates a fear among the people, creates psychological pain, and also creates panic and violence. It influences the cultural aspects negatively, negative aspect on the culture of India or any country. So these are the effects of terrorism. Can we solve this? What are the measures to curb terrorism? Creating special allied force to curb terrorism, and terrorist task force, and the use of advanced technology and well-equipped army. And the people, especially many educated people, they become the terrorists. And we have to, by providing employment opportunities, it is possible to solve some terrorism, some part of terrorism. And mainly we have to create we have to awaken the people, awareness among the people. It is important one. Then only it is possible to solve the terrorism. Next, another one here, corporate strategy. What is corporate strategy? In the recent world is very famous one. So a group of administrative measures undertaken by a company to achieve a permanent target. To achieve its target, a group of administrative measures taken by a company. It is called as corporate strategy. In present status or now, what is status of corporate strategy? Using globalized environment and modern technology. Corporate strategy use globalized environment and modern technology, and their aim is to maximize the profit. The company aim is to maximize the profit. It's common. But while maximizing the profit, what happens? It affects the people, the society, and a country negatively. The way they used to get the profit, that creates a problem. Often influence the decision of the government. This corporate strategy influences the decision of the government. Helps to fight poverty because employment opportunities they will get. But the problem here, another one, when they get the employment opportunity, their lifestyle or standard of living improve, and malnutrition can be solved. Ill health, because they will start to get nutritious food, no, their resistance for increases. Ill health can be solved. These problems can be solved. So both positive and negative effects are there. So these are the status of corporate strategy in the present world. So problems are many, but no problem, every problem is having its own solutions. Solution is there within us, we can solve it, but everyone should cooperate, then it is possible to solve. So we came to the end of this lesson, problems of India and their solutions. Thank you.